The idea and thought process of one of the core features, if you will, of the Hero Council is something that I learned in a 12-step program. I was, at the time, going through my second separation and divorce. It was a marriage that I got into too early, but as I have learned, everything is part of the journey. I wouldn't change a thing. So as I was beginning this process, I was invited to a men's meeting whereby there was no females allowed, and the men's meeting was a 12-step program meeting. And it was a meeting where men got together and shared their feelings. And I remember for the first, I think 3 months, I would go to the meeting every week and we would sit in a circle and each person would share, if they wanted to, for 2 minutes. Now, this seemed very odd to me at first. The idea of sitting and talking about my feelings as a man was kind of new to me, to say the least. Now, what I did was, for a majority of that time, was sit and actually just listen. Just listen. I didn't share. I didn't know what to share. I didn't know what to say. And I was not necessarily comfortable sharing my feelings with other men. So what happened, though, over time was that I realized how cathartic it was and how beneficial it was to, first of all, face my demons in regards to being able to open my mouth and share vulnerable things that were happening in my world at the time. And the other part, though, that was very helpful was listening to the other men. Because, look, let's say you're 35 or older, and obviously that's the target market for the Hero Council. You're a man and you're 35 years or older. If you haven't come across adversity in your life, the big stuff, right? Divorce, losing a business, losing a loved one, losing everything, these type things, they will happen. It's just part of life. So it's not a question of when necessarily, but if. I mean, not a question of if, but when. So the idea is we're all going through it. Things might look a little bit different, but as a general rule, they're all the same, meaning we are human beings. We are men. We deal with certain things. We deal with thoughts and feelings of things like being out of control, stressed, anxious, fearful, depressed, drinking too much, relationship is strained, we're doubtful, we're agitated, frustrated, angry. We react without pausing and maybe raise our voice. These are the type of things that we experience. And the future, or a goal to reach toward, is one of being in control, being calm, clear-headed, peaceful, joyful. Our self-esteem is intact and eventually bulletproof. Powerful, our relationships are strong, including our intimate one. We have inner peace. We're getting good rest. We're making moves that are going to benefit us and our family and maybe even others. We're literally choosing to pause when agitated or doubtful and therefore have an opportunity to respond. And we eventually have a calming demeanor about us. These are the gifts